quick tutorial on setting up a new computer. In my opinion, these are some good steps to follow on having a relatively bloat-free and mostly painless setup on setting up a new computer. If it's straight out of the box, that's great. We have one extra step we can do that's going to make things a little bit easier on us. If you've already gotten past this step and you're already logged into Windows and everything, don't worry about it. If you feel like resetting and starting from the beginning, you can do that. All right, so then what we're going to do is you're going to hold down the Shift key and hit F10, and that's going to open up a command prompt, and you're going to type in the following command. It'll be OOBE for out-of-box experience, and we're going to do BYPASSNRO. This screen you're on is called the out-of-box experience. So you do that, hit enter, and it's going to take a second. I'm doing this in a virtual machine, so I didn't have to set up like a real computer. But the setup process should be pretty much identical to a regular computer. All right, it's going to boot back up. We're going to go back through this process. All right, so now because we ran that that command, we can click this option, I don't have internet. That's what you want. You want your computer to think you don't have internet. Type in your name here. You can type in a password. I mean, obviously for these, you probably actually want to set these just so you can recover stuff if you forget your password. But go through all this. I like to turn off all of this stuff. Turn off all this stuff. All right, and it's going to go through the setup process. It's going to take it a few minutes to get through it. All right, so we're logged in. First thing you're going to do, start without your data, blah, blah, blah. Continue, confirm. All right, so we're going to go to Google because it's going to, by default, use Bing search. But you're just going to search for Debloat Win 11. And that's going to bring you here, this first link, GitHub link, and I'll link this down below if you really want, but you shouldn't need it. So here's what we're going to do. You're going to grab this, scroll down, it says quick method. You're going to just find this and you're going to grab here, you're just going to click here, and that's going to copy the script we need. So then you're going to open up a Windows PowerShell and paste that in. Just hit enter. All right, and this is going to essentially turn off all of the BS that comes with Windows by default. And if you've bought a pre-built, then this would also be able to uninstall a lot of the BS that the pre-built might have pre-installed. So we're going to go through here. I'm going to do number 2, this custom mode. Let's see, don't remove any apps. We're going to manually select which apps. So we're going to enter number 3 and hit enter. All right. And then you can click down here. This only show installed apps. There we go. Okay. So by default, it checks a lot of these. I don't like any of the Bing stuff. Gaming, Get Help, Office stuff. I guess you can leave Outlook, leave Paint on there. Power Automate Desktop. Most people don't need that. I think Screen Sketch is the built-in markup tool for screenshots, so you can leave that. Dev Home, To-Dos, don't need that. Photos, I don't need alarms on my desktop. The camera app is nice to have. I would keep that on there just in case. Feedback Hub, we don't need that. Sound Recorder, it's useful sometimes. Notepad, we want to keep Notepad, obviously. Probably not going to need the Windows Store. I like Windows Terminal. Get rid of these Xbox apps, the Your Phone app, the Zune Music app. Definitely leave this cross-device thing. I'm not exactly sure what to do. It's probably some Windows process background thing that just should be left alone. But you'll probably, if you have a pre-built, you'll probably see a few more apps. So if you've got, a Lenovo, for example, there's probably a few Lenovo apps on here you can choose to uninstall. So you'll select which apps you want to uninstall, hit confirm, and hit yes. Disable game bar integration. Yes, don't want that. Disable telemetry and targeted ads. Yes. Disable tips and tricks. Yes. Disable and remove Bing search. Yes. All right, and then we want to disable all the Copilot stuff. I don't particularly find it useful, so just hit, number 2. Disable Windows Spotlight. I don't like that. Yeah, so we'll get rid of that. Enable dark mode. Yep. Disable transparency, animations, and visual effects. You can turn that off if you want. I think it's fine, so I just hit no. Restore old Windows 10 style context menu. I say yes, because what that is, if you're not familiar, that is your right-click menu. If you right-click on the desktop or right-click on one of your icons, It's just different, and I don't like it, in my opinion. I think it's just worse. All right, so we're going to hit yes on the Restore Windows 10 style context menu. Turn off Enhanced Pointer Precision, yes. Disable sticky keys, yes. Disable Fast Startup, yes. It's not what it sounds like. Just trust me, disable it. It's a bad feature. Disable any context menu options. I think they're all fine, so hit no. Make any changes to the start menu? Sure. Let's see, remove all pinned apps. I don't find them useful. Disable the phone link. Yes. Make any changes to the taskbar? Sure. Align to the left side. I prefer it on that way. You don't, I mean, obviously, all this is up to you. Combine taskbar buttons and hide labels. I'm just going to hit no change. Just type in N and hit enter. We'll do no change on this one as well. Hide or change search icon on the taskbar. No change. I think it's okay. Hide the task view button. Yes, I find that annoying. Disable widgets. Yes. Enable the end task option from the taskbar right click menu. I like having that, so hit yes. Last active click. I actually don't really like this, so I'm going to hit no. Make any changes to File Explorer. This is fully up to personal preference, but I like to do number 2 here for this PC. If you don't want to make any changes, you can just hit no. But I like my File Explorer to open up on this PC. Show hidden files. Yes, I prefer just, again, if you're a person that tinkers around, digs around, hit yes. But if you think you're not going to, you can leave it on no. Show file extensions for known types. Yes. Basically, that just shows in the file Explorer menu .jpeg, .png, .exe, that sort of stuff. Hide the home section. I don't like having the home section. It's not really useful for me. Hide the gallery section. Same thing. This probably won't be applicable for most people, but just hit yes. All right, and we're going to hit enter, and it's going to execute the script. So we'll just wait here for a second. By default, this should already be enabled on yours. I'm going to hit no because that's just going to take longer if I hit yes. But if you want a system restore point, you can create one, and it should do everything automatically for you. But I'm gonna hit no on this, especially since it's just a VM. It doesn't really matter if all this goes bad for me. But yes, create. If it asks you this, yes, hit yes, create a restore point. So it's going through, it's deleting all the apps that we selected earlier. All right, it's going through and changing all the settings we selected. All right, and press any key to exit. It's going to close that out, and we're good there. All right, next thing, open Edge back up, and you're going to go to, I'm going to go to ninite.com, ninite.com. Again, I'll link that down below. But this is a fantastic website for first-time setup on a computer. You just go here, you're like, yes, I want Chrome, I want Firefox. Obviously, I want Discord. Let's see, what else do we want? This is a really useful tool, Windows Stat. Basically, it just gives you a nice visualization. If you're running out of space on your hard drive, it shows you what's taking up space. I like 7-zip. VLC is good to have. Spotify. You can get Steam. Notepad++ is nice to have. But yeah, again, choose what you want. Get your Ninite. Scroll down, and it's going to download a single executable. So you just run that. We'll go through, and it will download all the programs for you. And then while that's doing that, you're going to right click down here on your start button, and you're going to go up to Device Manager. And what you're going to be looking for in Device Manager is anything that's sort of popped out like this, that shows like, hey, you don't have a driver installed for this device. Most of the time with the pre-built, you're not going to have any of these. You don't really have to worry about that. The one device you definitely want to make sure has a driver is this display adapters. If it says Microsoft Basic Display Adapter, that's not going to be what you want to use. This is going to make your games run awful, not what you want. So then you're going to go to the NVIDIA website, official GeForce drivers. And I don't really like using the GeForce Experience or NVIDIA app or any of that. I prefer just to have my single download, and then, if I need to update it manually later, I can do that. But if you want to do your GeForce Experience or the NVIDIA app, more power to you. That's what you prefer. But you'll just go down here. I, in this computer, have a 3090, so I would go here, select Windows 11, English, download type. We'll just do the game ready driver. All right. And it's going to show us this. Obviously, you just want to check the driver version before you download. Just download the newest one there. Hit get download, and download now. And it's going to download your driver. All right, so Ninite's still going. It's installing Steam. All right, so we'll let Ninite finish up installing all the apps we selected. And then once that's done, we'll worry about installing the graphics card driver. Before I get ahead of myself, if you built your computer yourself and you've got an AMD CPU, you want to make sure to go into your BIOS settings and enable XMP and make sure that your RAM speed is going, at the fastest it is supposed to. It should show the rated speed on the box or in the listing, whatever you bought it from. Most pre-builts these days come with that already enabled, so it's a good idea to double check it, but it should already be set. But our 9.8 here is done, so we'll hit close on this. All right, and then you're just going to run this installer for your graphics card drivers. And because I'm on a VM, I'm not actually going to worry about installing these drivers, so I'm going to probably cancel that as soon as it comes up here. But essentially all you do is just hit next through all the prompts. It's really straightforward. And one last thing you want to double check, once your graphics card driver is done installing, open up your display settings. You can right click on the desktop and go to display settings. And you want to go down here and go to advanced display. It'll show, all your monitors here. And you're just going to want to make sure that your refresh rate matches your monitor refresh rate. Just make sure, if you've got a 144 hertz monitor, that it's set to 144 or 143.9 or whatever it says there. But yeah, once that's done, give your computer a reboot for good measure and you should be good to go. I hope this was helpful. Hope you learned a couple things, found some nice tools you used for first time setup. But yeah, thanks. Bye.